Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Cash Flow Tactics Mind Map. Last time we went over the four components of a real estate deal. Let's talk systems today. All right, we're still in real estate basics. I'm going to close it up so it's a surprise. We're going to talk about the systems required to scale. And I'll be honest with you, Bob, just having to work through this and write through this, I got kind of exhausted. So
yeah, and we've highly simplified this. I mean, there's 1,000 moving parts to this business, and you're not going to learn it overnight. This is many years of trial and error to get to where we're at now, and it all starts with acquisitions. You got to buy a house, so acquisitions is the whole process of finding a property, evaluating the property and pulling the trigger, putting it under contract. There's several ways you can do that. You can find off-market deals. A lot of real estate investors like to go for off-market deals just because you can typically negotiate a pretty good deal and deeply discounted, find something that needs work that you can put some money into and fix it up and get a little bit of forced appreciation, so to speak. But just within that, I mean, there's 300, 400, 500, infinite probably ways to market for properties. You can send out yellow letters. You can do bandit signs. We got someone in our office here. You can market on Facebook. You can market online. You can talk to other wholesalers. You can mail the probates, but it's like,
this is a full-time job. This is a full-time job for people, and it's very expensive. The wholesalers we hang out with spend $30,000 a month looking for these off-market deals.
Yeah. And obviously, there's an ROI there. It's worth it for them to do. But if you're spending that money to market, you also need to be answering the phone the minute it rings. Otherwise, your competition is going to be getting that deal. It is a grind. And if you're full-time doing something else, you got a good job, you got another business, you're just gonna frankly miss out on a lot of deals if you're trying to find off-market stuff, because there's guys like us, Jimmy and myself, that are in the field every day looking at properties. I know what I need to pay for in a certain neighborhood. I can make a decision like that, and we can close in 2 to 3 weeks. A lot of these off-market deals, the other thing we didn't mention, is you got to have cash to close on them. You can't get a bank loan. You got to have money there at the title company in sometimes as quick as a week to lock up a really good deal. So if you're not confident and you don't have the cash in the bank to make that kind of a deal, you're going to miss out. That's it for off-market deals. MLS, multiple listing services, that's what everybody typically starts with. You can find a good real estate agent to schlep you around on Saturday and Sunday. And Jimmy, I know you love that process when you were working at Stryker. Tell people a little bit about what that was like, having a full-time job at being sales.
Well, yeah, we'll go back to the off-market deals. And I was one motivated person trying to do this. I would wake up every morning and I would check Craigslist because I was searching for this off-market deal. But I did not understand that this is a full-time job in itself. There are pros that, like I said, they spend $30,000 a month. And so they know they have to make $60,000 a month. It is a full-time job. Mm-hmm. The MLS, dealing with an agent does not understand what makes a good investment property.
Yeah, I would say probably definitely less than 5%, maybe even as small as 1% of agents really understand what it takes to have a good investment property. And if you do want to find an MLS deal and you want to find a good agent, make sure that they have investment properties themselves that they actually own, and they're not just a broker trying to earn a commission. Someone who's buying properties for themselves will understand what you're trying to get after.
And just full disclosure, in our system, Bob has created an MLS buying system that is unparalleled, and we don't have the $30,000 a month spend. So that protects our investors because our cash is sitting in a life insurance policy, so we can pay out the interest.
Yeah, it's still a full-time job. I mean, it's combing through the MLS every day. It's making a lot of offers. It's going and looking at a lot of properties, evaluating a lot of deals. And it's purely a numbers game. I mean, shooting out 10, 15, 20 offers to try and just get one property. So if you got the time, go for it. But this program is specifically built out if you want to save all that time and just go from zero, like right where you are right now, to 90 days from now, having a passive income check sent to your mailbox, or we can even direct deposit it for you too. A lot of our investors like direct deposits. So whatever you want. Some people like the check. I like having a check sometimes to have the physical reminder, but
And then, networking's like getting struck by lightning. We do this full time, and we'll maybe get 5 deals this year from networking. And we do a ton of networking and hanging out with people.
Yeah. Networking by people other than full-time wholesalers, for sure. Yeah, networking, just rubbing elbows. People know we're in real estate. Hey, my brother's cousin, yada, whatever,
Right.
is selling their house. Check it out. Let me know. If you do want to find deals, let people know you're looking for them. But
they'll send you all their crappy shit. Trust me.
Yeah, you're going to weed through a lot of junk if you're networking for deals.
And then auctions makes a great podcast interview, makes a great system, but that's another full-time job, and you got to have some serious liquid cash waiting on auctions. But
yeah, you gotta depending on your county and where you're buying houses. Sometimes you have to have 10% of the price of the home. So if you're going to bid $100,000 on a house, you got to have $10,000 cash that day. But there's some areas you got to have all of it that day. So can you roll up to the county courthouse with $100,000, and you don't have access to the house? You don't know, if the furnace is there, if the plumbing lines are there, the water heater's there, the panel's been stolen, all the wiring's been snipped out. If the last tenant decided to barbecue in the bathroom, you don't know. There's all types of variables and unknowns when you're buying from auctions. And there's a lot of heavy hitters there. I mean, we don't even buy at the auctions because we'd probably get run out of there.
We're intimidated.
Yeah, there's guys there that have been dying at the steps for 10, 20 years, and they're going to bid you up just so you don't come back next week. That's their whole MO. So,
so we've talked about just finding an interesting deal. Now we haven't even talked about the actual talent of evaluating the deal.
Yeah.
But we're talking about one part of the system.
Oh, that's right. This is supposed to be a 10-minute video. I forgot. We were just in acquisitions. Shit.
That was 8 minutes. So now you find a property, you've evaluated it. Now you have to finance it. Yeah. You and me had to partner up because you had this down and I had that down.
Yep.
Financing is a full-time job.
So is rehabbing. So is marketing to tenants. I mean, just a marketing process. I mean, we post stuff on Craigslist. We put it on BeFlyer, a syndication site. We create a Facebook ad that's highly targeted, and we're spending money driving traffic. We've got a website that's SEO optimized. This can go on and on and on, and we could talk about this stuff for days, weeks, months, years. I like talking about it, so I don't mind it, but hopefully the people out there that are watching.
This is the least favorite video we've ever made, Bob. This is my least favorite because I'm having flashback, dudes. I've done this. I've done the entire goddamn gambit.
Yeah, we got a little PTSD over some of these aspects, like rehabbing or
really poorly. I did each one of these spots very poorly. Like, this is a more painful flashback for me than the war. This is horrible.
Yeah, so once you've got a property fixed up, then you got to go find the tenant, like we mentioned. Then you got to screen the tenant. I mean, our first 20, 30 tenants were really crappy, quite frankly, and we didn't know what we were doing. And we ran into some of those so-called professional tenants who know how to work the system, work the game, and they'll work you over if you're a newbie landlord. And they'll make you broke pretty much overnight. So,
because here's the thing, you get greedy because you've already done this. You're excited here. You're nervous and excited here. But this is a 3-week process to get the banker to give you the money.
3 weeks of the soonest. A lot of bank underwriting can take 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, and now you put your heart and soul into the property here. You wasted your weekends here. Now you put something out on Craigslist, and the professional tenants are waiting for you on Craigslist, Zillow, or you have a property management or leasing agent do it, and they don't give two shits about this tenant because they just want their commission.
Yeah, yeah.
How many did we get burned from that one leasing agent? Like,
I don't even want to go through it because now I'm having PTSD.
Yeah. So this is a full-time job as well. Someone on our team, this is all they do. And someone on our team, this is all they do too. And now we haven't even talked about, this is going to be its own video, the management, the infinite liability, management and maintenance. This video has been so painful. Let's stop. Give them a call to action. Let's go.
All right. So hopefully this wasn't too painful for you, our listeners and our watchers here. If you want this mind map, you can go find it at cashflowtactics.com. We got all types of great resources built in here, links to videos, resources. It's really pretty valuable stuff, and we're giving it away free. Go check it out, cashflowtactics.com. You can download the mind map and follow along with us as we go through these videos here in the future. And the next one, I guess we're going to talk about management infinite liability. You know what? We might need to have a cash flow cocktail before we start that video. So just to prep ourselves, so it's not too painful. We can numb ourselves.
That's a good idea. All right. See you, everybody.
See you in the next video.